Hey, and welcome to map 19 of Doom 64. This is the Spiral. As we make our way into this central chamber here, you'll realise this level is quite short, but there's a load of enemies in it, and we're going to have to deal with every one of them. As we make our way around this circle arena at the bottom here, we are being targeted from all angles, from above, from across the way. The best thing to do is to just grab the rocket launcher and pump them into the mancubus down here, because at least that gives you a space to run around in safely. Once you've dealt with the mancubus down here, the best option is to take out the enemies on the stairs. I sort of like staying down here initially, just so that they kind of move down a bit like this, because you're always kind of hoping that you can trigger a bit of infighting halfway up the stairs. Luckily they can't all just run down the stairs towards you, they actually have to, you know, stay on the steps where they start, so you don't get overwhelmed, at least at the bottom. Making good use of the rocket launcher in this level. I do love the architecture of this level. In fact, I really like how Doom 64 makes use of structures and shapes to sort of create unique silhouettes in these levels. It's really nice to see that they didn't just rest on the existing Doom 2 sort of style and aesthetic. They really kind of went out of their way to make this game feel unique. As you can see, by the time we reached the top there, a bunch of enemies spawned in. I was focusing on the pain elementals there just because I don't want lost souls spawning in ad nauseum, because that's just a waste of health and ammo. As we click this switch here, it actually opens up a door halfway down the staircase. We want to be grabbing that key over there. As we make our way into the teleporter here, we're going to trigger a trap as we step off it. It's going to spawn a bunch of pain elementals, and of course that means a bunch of lost souls are going to spawn. We want to try and get rid of as many of these pain elementals as quickly as we can, because this room can fill very quickly with pain elementals here. And as you can see, there's quite a few of them. I'm trying to use the rocket launcher sparingly here, just to weaken as many of them as I can. The big problem you face here is if you haven't saved ammo from the previous area, which you should have been able to, there's plenty of ammo in this level, you can very easily get overwhelmed here. Going through that teleporter there will allow us to grab the red skull card, and a bunch of imps will spawn, but considering everything we've seen on this level, I feel this is a bit of a weak ending. The final wave here, definitely a bit of a letdown in my opinion, at least in terms of difficulty. Would have been pretty nice to see more tough enemies here. Overall, I like this level. I think it's very short, it's very brisk and to the point, but it doesn't outstay its welcome, and it provides a really solid challenge if you're coming in with pistol starting. There's one final enemy here behind the red door, but obviously nothing too much to worry about. We've got plenty of ammo to deal with him. This is another level that I appreciate. It experiments a little bit, it has a bit of fun with the concept at its core, but it doesn't muddy it up by trying to turn it into too long of a level. Would I have liked a longer level here? Probably, but it was a nice challenge, it was really fun to play through, and it's very unique. It's another memorable level that Doom 64 throws at you, and that's really the story of Doom 64 thus far. A lot of memorable levels where there's challenge, there's interesting puzzles, and there's creative use of the new mechanics that the game throws in. I really like a lot of these mechanics, and I think that Doom 64 really utilises them well. The Spiral in particular makes good use of spawning in enemies to help create waves of enemies that the player has to fight through. Let me know what you think of the Spiral. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Have you completed it on the top difficulty? Let me know in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.